Welcome to Between the Shelves, the premier Sayville Library podcast. I'm your host, Alex, and on this week's episode, we are celebrating 30 years of Pocket Monsters.
Woo!
And to join me, we have, for the very first time,
Hi.
Maddy from The Makery.
Wow.
Welcome, Maddy. Evan, you're joining us from Children's.
Hello, friends.
Wow.
Tory from Patron Services. And
No one says wow about that.
and Kristina from Adult Services.
Wow.
I was gonna ask to abstain from the wows.
Too late.
I can edit it
That's
out.
too much excitement, I think, for me.
Is there a cricket type Pokemon I can add a sound effect in? When...
Yes,
Cricketune.
Cricketune.
He goes like.
And he does music.
He makes beautiful music
He's a violin.
Yeah.
via his body.
He hangs out with Hatsune Miku sometimes.
Of course he does.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to be talking Pokemon. It's been 30 years. Some of you, I'm sure, weren't even alive when Pokemon came out, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
That specifically.
We'll get into your.
We're going to
verbs.
arbitrate the ages.
We'll get into your origin stories in just a moment. So we've done a Pokemon episode before, so I don't want to rehash everything we've gone over in that episode. You should definitely check it out if you haven't already. It's a great episode. So for those of us who are not on that episode, which is
Everyone but us.
everyone but who was on the episode then?
It was just us.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow, maybe that's an unhinged episode.
A real solo ball.
So for the three of us in this room who were not on that episode, would everyone like to kind of talk about how you were introduced to Pokemon? I don't think I've ever talked to anybody who was born when Pokemon already existed.
Post-Kemon.
So who would like to start it off? What's your Pokemon origin story?
Do we go from oldest to...
Yeah, we could go oldest to youngest.
Okay.
We're looking at you, Tory.
That's me.
All right, birth year.
The year is 1993.
Okay.
I am born... So is Pokemon? I don't actually... No, because it's 30 years.
30 years, do the math.
30 years, the math. Well, it turns out I think when I was a kid, I was a very big Pokemon fan, and I did not realize it until very recently.
Okay.
I had the toys. I collected the cards, which I was very aware of. My dad used to buy them for me from 7-Eleven. I don't recommend that any parents do that now. It's not a good deal at all.
If they're even real.
If they're even real.
Those prices are ridiculous when
They're
I see
absurd.
them. It's like one pack of cards, like $14.
Yes, and it's a Japanese pack with 5 cards in it.
Yeah.
And they definitely weighed the packs and took out the good ones. But so I used to collect the cards, but in the way that kids do where they don't know anything about the game and they just are like, this one has more hit points. It's the best one. And I watched the anime. I went to see the movie, Pokemon the first movie, when it came out. And then I played some of the games. I had blue version for Game Boy. I had a pink Game Boy Color that I played it on. And then I had... I think yellow as well, which was pointless. And then I, a few years later, got Fire Red when it came out for the Advance. And my cousin, who's a similar age, got Leaf Green so that we could trade, which we never did because he lived in Ohio and I lived in New York. But I was bad at the games, so then I stopped playing, but, was culturally aware of Pokemon until last year, and now all bets are off.
So you were about... When did you start getting into Pokemon when it came out?
Yes, when it was getting
really
popular
young.
here. Yeah. I think I am maybe not the perfect age. Maybe you guys are the perfect age, you and Alex and Christina. But
Christina and I were the perfect age for a lot of great cultural events. Star Wars Episode 1.
Yes.
That 1998, 1999.
Just great years. And
Yeah.
I am a few years younger than you, but I still was, being involved with it. But less capable of doing it effectively, I think. I was bad at video games because I was 6.
Yeah.
And didn't know how to play a card game because I was 6. And everyone else that I knew was 6.
But looking at fun and cute pictures?
Looking at fun and cute pictures and watching the anime, which I have fond memories of.
6-year-old can nail that.
A 6-year-old can nail that. So I think, 30 years ago I was 3. But
we didn't have it here.
We didn't have it here yet. So, 98 and 99, I was 5 and 6, which I think is a good age for things like this.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I have a 5-year-old who is just being introduced to Pokemon now because he just started kindergarten and other kids in his class are aware of it. So he doesn't know any of the names of the Pokemon. He's never seen any of the games, but he knows, that's the yellow one. So he's,
Ampharos, clearly.
yeah.
Pokemon is so ubiquitous that there's no avoiding it now.
And it's like they crafted it in a lab perfectly for kids. It's like cool monsters. If you like animals, which most kids do, there's one that looks like your favorite animal for sure.
They have like unique powers.
They also are cute a lot of the time. Like it's they put drugs in it for kids.
Yeah, we'll get into the appeal of Pokemon in just a second. But let's finish our origin stories. So Evan,
So my origin story. Born 95, so like I was born November 95, so that was like 5 months or so before Pokemon came out, so it was the genesis. And I don't know, I don't remember when I first got into Pokemon. I guess my parents just bought me stuff, like, because like they're like, yeah, this is what the kids like, they like the Pokemon. And I had a Pokemon VHS, and I vividly remember it was like the first 2 episodes, and I vividly remember bringing it to preschool and like can we watch this, and they were like, yeah, sure. Like I remember watching it in preschool. My mom worked at the preschool as well, and so like she'd bring me and drop me off there. And I remember like watching the VHS with the class, and like the opening shot, you see like Doduo, right? And like I just like remember perfectly the teacher going, oh, and see, that's a bird, but it has 2 heads, so it's not real.
What a buzzkill.
And I just remember being like, okay, sure. Like,
we know.
Yeah, it's Pokemon. But I just remember feeling like, oh, this is the best. I'm watching Pokemon at school. And ever since then, I had the games. My uncle gave me his old Game Boy, the original Game Boy. He gave me Tetris and Pokemon Red. And I remember I played a lot of it, but I don't think I ever left the first town. Like, I think I just walked around. The text would appear on the screen, and I'd be like, I don't know what's going on.
If you're a little kid, it is so hard.
It's not very appealing, like, if I'm being honest.
You're walking around, things are attacking you.
Yeah. You can't leave a room sometimes. You're like, how do I leave? Yeah.
If you take one step out of your village, you'll get attacked by a wild animal immediately.
Yours dies, and you're like, what's going on? Yeah, so that's my origin, and then ever since then, I've just always been, I've always liked Pokemon. It's never been, like, it goes in waves, right? Like, there's some times where you're really into it, and then sometimes, yeah, it comes and goes. Like, middle school, no Pokemon in middle school for me. It was like, now it's not cool. We don't do Pokemon, but, yeah.
Cool. What about you, Maddy?
So I was born in
Post-Chemon.
the beautiful year of our Lord 2000.
Pokemon 2000.
Pokemon 2000, yes. So it was already, I'm younger than Pokemon. Looking at y'all. So it already had been going on. So I gained sentience at like 5. And in preschool, I had a friend who had an older brother who was like 8 at the time when we were like 5 or 6. Yeah. Well, I have 2. Okay. So we do like double play dates, so like she would come over, but he would also have to come over because like you drop one kid off, it's like, well, take the other one too. So he'd unfortunately be stuck a package deal. So he had all the cards and everything, and so he was like, and also the anime was on TV. Like you would turn on the television, it would already be happening, and I'd be like, oh, this is amazing. This is so good. And so he had the cards, and he would try to explain. I think for a good beginning part, he tried to actually get us to learn how to play like the card game because he wanted to play with someone. But then very quickly, I only realized this in college later, he introduced a rule where, I've told Evan this story, he would put down a card, and again, at 5-year-old, reading is not like a huge comprehension. It was called the 15-minute rule, where like you put down a card and he's like, oh, for the next 15 minutes, neither of you can talk to me. Like, and I literally in college, I was like, what about the card that takes you out for 15 minutes? And somebody was like, what? What are you talking? And then I was like, oh my god. Yeah, fully at 5-year-old, I was like, wow.
You had mentioned he would play that card, and then he would just keep playing
cards.
No,
he would keep going. Yeah,
and he would be like, no, now I just play all the cards.
Yes, he would keep going, and then he's like, well, now we're done because you're out. And I'd be like, oh, this card. How I never get this card.
But if he wanted people to play with, how was that?
No, he wanted to play.
Wanted to show off his cards.
He wanted to play, but then I think he got sick of us, so then he was like, get him out of here. He didn't want to say, like, I'm done playing. He'd be like, oh, no, sorry, guys. And I'd be like, Rats. But then also I had locally to me before, again, beautiful year in our Lord, 2005, 2006. I had it wasn't a Blockbuster, but it was a video rental store.
Hollywood Video?
It wasn't, no, it was like a local business. It was a little local guy. It was like the size of a closet.
The one near me was called Uncle Joe's Video.
Oh, that sounds legitimate.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was called. It was next to a sketchy bar. And I used to rent the first Pokemon movie out a bunch of times. And so that place was going out of business. And he was like, if you want it, take it, keep it. Because like he was just throwing them out at that point. So I did have the beautiful VHS of the first Pokemon movie that I like played for an entire summer. And yeah, that's my story. Oh, also I did play the first game to me was Diamond Pearl because I was like 8 when that came out. I just thought the text was like optional, so I was a chronic. I just like skip. And I was like, wow, we out here.
They do be yapping.
They do be yapping.
Those games sometimes.
Some people
as a
play
kid.
all games like that, I have learned.
There was big warning on all of the Pokemon games now that's like reading comprehension is required.
Wow. Well, you will be lost if
Yeah.
you cannot read.
But it's clearly not required because Maddy's here with us right now.
No, literally,
a lover of the
and
game.
I still don't know how to read. Like, it's,
So, Kristina, we had a slightly different experience, I think. I remember vividly when Pokemon came out. I think it was like a tidal wave. It was unavoidable.
Yes.
The marketing campaign, is second only to Star Wars Episode 1, I think. I think I had read that it was like a $50 million marketing push from Nintendo. There was like a KFC campaign. Do you remember that? They had like the first stuffed animals.
No, because I don't remember really having too many KFCs around here.
I remember the Burger King.
Then Burger King was the
I do remember
next
the
year.
Burger King.
But it was from all fronts. They had the show, the movie, the cards, the game. It was just completely unavoidable. And I was the kid who knew how to play the game but could not find anyone to play with.
Oh,
Really?
The card game, yeah.
Oh.
That's fair.
And I remember, like, I have a vivid memory of like sitting down with my neighbor, also named Alex, and I had like 2 decks, and I gave him a deck, and I'm like, we're gonna play. And just teaching him how to play as we're playing, and it just ended up being me playing myself. And I'm just like, you know what? Forget it. Like, we'll just look at the
15-minute card.
Did you have that?
what?
Did
The
you have a
15-minute card? It was more like a 1-hour card, just me talking. But yeah, I started with Red and Blue and loved it. I mean, but that's kind of where my Pokemon fan ended. And everything after 151 is like non-canonical to me. It's just like, this is like fan stuff. Like, it kind of ended after the Pokemon, the Game Boy era.
Gen 1er is almost a slur in the in the community at this point.
It's spelled like GenWunner, called Gen 1ers because you're
We're like haters, or what? In what way?
just the messenger here.
It's sort of like people who are like Gen 1 purists and they come into other spaces and talk about the supremacy of Gen 1. But like spaces where like...
Is this something I should start doing?
When you already do it.
Spaces
What
like,
spaces do I go into? You're in my space.
So many times Kristina and I have been having a good time talking about Pokemon, and you're like, that's not a real Pokemon. It's not part of the original 151.
All right,
You'll
got
come
me.
look at us looking at cards, and you're like, are they in there?
Any of the real
In Alex's
ones?
defense, some of the new
Did you
cards
draw these
are
yourself?
crazy.
Like what?
The flamingo that's just a flamingo.
Flamingo?
Yeah.
He's a flamingo and he's your friend.
Okay, so
You can't have that with a real flamingo.
You
That's a
can.
good
Yeah, you
He's
point.
not a real bird.
Evan,
Like,
if you open your mind, you could.
Yeah, try hard enough.
Look, I'm happy that it's still going. It's a great franchise. It's the most popular franchise in the world. I love Pokemon. I can't keep up with them. Whatever, they're at 1,000 now. It's too
1,025.
I saw a chart the other day.
28 now.
Yeah.
It was like total grossing sales from like franchises. It was like second place Mickey Mouse at 60 billion, first place Pokemon at 150 billion. It was like not even close.
I think it's even higher than that now. But yeah, the cards, I think there's like 70 billion cards or something that have been produced. There's 50 million or
Cards are for us.
games
Still,
that
still
sold.
impossible to get.
I think a third of those cards are owned by the people in this room. But it's
That's Maddie's
wild.
favorite show, watching us open
It
cards.
is my favorite show.
And you do get to watch the show today. There are some cards on the way today. Not for you.
Oh.
Yeah, my favorite show is watching Kristina and Tory rip open some dicks.
And then how do you do it the like proper way that people like? Whenever I see a video online, they always like take the like
Called the pack trick.
The pack trick.
okay. And this is what I was alluding to. What is the pack trick?
So
I don't mean to
depending
derail,
on
but
the generation of, or like which expansion, you take a certain amount of cards from the back of the stack of cards and put them in the front.
Okay.
So that the first card is an energy card and the last card is the hit or the good card if you get one.
Okay.
And so you're building towards a reveal of something cool, supposedly, maybe, if you're lucky.
that
Usually
makes
not.
sense.
Not for us, though.
Not for
That's
us.
how it works.
For
Yeah,
you guys,
I like watching them because then the high of winning a beautiful card is nice, and then if they don't. That's not my problem.
No cost for you.
No cost for you. Net zero.
Maddie did take a selfie with Kristina's biggest hit of all time.
And I have no proof that I ever had it.
So what do you think is driving like the current surge in Pokemon? Because it does feel from an outsider that Pokemon is reaching like a new apex right now of popularity.
Resellers.
Yeah, I think-
Investing bros.
So you think it's the cards that are driving the popularity right now?
100%. You can trace it back to a very particular card release last January, Prismatic Evolutions, which has like one of the most expensive hits you can get.
and what would that be?
It's an Umbreon SIR, which is a special illustration rare. And the set itself has particularly awful odds at getting you good cards. So getting that one card is like the best thing that you can do. And it's like I don't even know how much it is right now.
I think it's over $1,000.
But it's over $1,000.
That's interesting to me. So like when going back to when Pokemon was new, it seemed like the appeal was in the collecting part of it, and it seemed attainable because there were only 150 of them, and even the rarest card, like Charizard or Mew or something, was like not an impossible task. You know, it was achievable if that was 100% your thing.
Yes.
Now it seems like the appeal has shifted from the collection side of it, which is an impossible feat with over 1,000 Pokemon and variations on every Pokemon, to almost like stock, like trading.
Yes.
Like there's now like an addiction to like the marketplace, which is weird when you start thinking about like most of the people who are playing this are probably young kids, right?
I think there's two groups, and that's kind of what's causing the problem. There's the group of collectors or players, you can put them together, who are wanting to buy just because they enjoy the thing that it is and they want to collect or play the game. And then there's the investors who have seen that the cards can become valuable to the other group. So they don't actually care about the cards themselves, they care about it as an investment in their own future. So they'll buy sealed products and save them, or they'll buy sealed products and resell them at an inflated rate, and they are not actually caring about the collecting of it all. They're caring about the money-making aspect, and those two groups are at odds, but they're both competing for the same small amount of product, which is making the prices go up and the amount of things available go down.
Negative feedback loop.
Yes.
Where the scalpers and people are probably snatching up all these things,
Yes.
creating an even scarcer marketplace, driving up the price.
Exactly.
And so on and so forth.
Well, actually,
Sounds fun.
I worked at Barnes & Noble in like 2022 to 2024, and they told me in 2020 there was like a big surge of baseball cards. People were really getting people at home like really wanted to do baseball card gambling. And so they started doing that, and then Barnes & Noble put like a limit on like one baseball card per pack. Like you can't gamble like this. So then while they were there, like it started shifting to Pokemon cards. Like I think the shift happened during COVID because people started like, I don't know, I guess assessing their collections and then wanting more. At least this is what the people at Barnes & Noble speculated. And then the shift came like Pokemon cards. And then later, like it was the Lorcana cards. I don't know. Those are new. People are,
And the One Piece cards.
The one,
Lorcana, for context, is the Disney
Yeah.
collectible card, trading card game.
I think there is like some kind of lore, but I don't know.
There's a competitive aspect to it. You could play, yes, but
And I think also there was like a prominent YouTuber who bought like a ton of Pokemon
Logan
cards.
Paul.
Yeah, Logan Paul. He bought a ton, and then for some reason that made like the surge of just, we need to buy all of them at once. That like
He activated his little army.
he did. Yeah,
But it crashed because there was a period in time in like 2023 where you could walk into a store and get Pokemon cards for extremely discounted rates because nobody wanted them.
Really?
They were clearancing out things that no one would buy.
Well,
Like
because
ETBs for...
I know that I heard that he bought simultaneously, he bought a big card for a lot of money.
Pikachu Illustrator card.
Yes. I think, what was it, like
5 million, I read.
5 million? Yeah. And he simultaneously bought a card grading company. So, like, drive up the market and now control the grading process all in one.
And he paid to get that card graded at the highest grade you can get it.
Even though it is not actually...
Yeah.
Grading is, they assess, like, the quality of the card, how it was printed and cut, and also how it survived, you know...
The condition that it's
the
in.
condition of the card. And a high grade makes a card even more expensive. And so he falsely got them to give his card the best grade so that he could resell it for now $16.5 million.
Yes, but he did also put it in a diamond encrusted necklace that he wore around for a while and would also wrestle with while wearing.
he like boxes or something, I think. Like him and Mike Tyson did, or maybe that was I don't know.
One of the brothers
One of the
boxes,
brothers.
one of them wrestles.
No, they're both that's both Logan Paul.
Oh, Logan Paul both? Okay.
Oh no, that is Jake Paul. I think they might both
I think
box
Jake
at
Paul
the same time.
boxes. I
both
think
box.
Logan Paul wrestles.
I'm pretty sure that, yes, Logan Paul wrestles because
Well, let's not turn this into the Logan Paul cast.
we don't want to platform
He
him.
doesn't need our...
You can't talk Pokemon without Logan
When
Paul.
it comes down to it, yes, it is popular because of the cards right now.
Yes. But the kids, I feel like the kids are much less discerning of, like, if one of them is shiny, like, that's kind of good enough for them. You know what I mean? Or, like, holographic. I mean, not shiny.
Yeah, the kids at Pokemon Club, they were ecstatic no matter what. No
Yes.
matter what they got.
On the table, we put out, like, a bunch of bulk, and we were like, 5 cards apiece. Go for it. And they're like, their eyes wide, and they were like, well, yeah? And I'm like, yeah, go for it.
I think that has a lot to do with like the longevity of Pokemon too, because it's not like older cards are just gaining more value, I would assume, right? Because they degrade over time from the elements. But like once you feel you think of your collection less of like these are my friends or whatever. This is my hobby as like this is an investment. Like I need to like keep this going. I need to keep it in binders. I need to keep it like tucked away. And I don't know. I feel like that is helping it carry over across decades.
There is a piece of like the children's mind that I think like they're like, oh, but this card might be worth like $1,000, and that's just like a real pie in the sky for them. Like they love collecting the cards, but like they also love the chance that like, what if I find a card that's worth so much money? And I feel like that can pull children in a certain way.
Children.
Yeah,
Me.
Well, also with the anime too. Like I think when they hype up a Pokemon and then you get that Pokemon, you're like, oh my god, like here it is. Anyway,
what is your experiences with the anime? Like, did you guys watch the anime growing up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure did.
It was on WB, Kids WB, I think. Back in the day.
That's where new episodes
Yes.
would air, and then Cartoon Network would play it before school. I remember waking up early to watch it before school.
It was Channel 11, right?
I think so,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I definitely remembered watching the show. I don't know how many seasons there. I made it
still going.
through, but I know it's still going.
how
But
many years still?
when I gave up, probably around middle school too, I watched at least the first 4 seasons. I would say. I remember seeing the movie in theaters. I didn't see Pokemon 2000. I think I watched it when I was babysitting my neighbor. He had it on VHS. Yeah.
And then I think the third one was the last one to be released in theaters, right? The one with Entei and Suicune.
I was out by then.
You were out by then? When did you like guys come back into the fray?
Last year.
Really?
I never left.
Respect.
Again, working at Barnes & Noble, you would get 50% off. This is before they changed the rules. You'd get 50% off anything. So Pokemon cards were like $1 for me. So I just, whole packs, I was like, it was like lunchtime. We were like, let's rip it. Rip it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I played Gen 1. I'm a Gen 1er, I guess. But I always had Pokemon Red or Blue on my phone on an emulator, so it never really left me. I just never evolved into Silver, Gold, whatever, and White, Black, etc.
I think also it's just, even if you're not actively involved, it's been culturally relevant. And like, since I got back into it last year, I realized that I was aware of a lot of Pokemon that had been introduced while I wasn't playing any games or watching the anime or anything. Yeah. Like, I still knew who they were because there used to be memes about, like, I heard you like Mudkip, or that thing, Twitch plays Pokemon or whatever. Like,
Twitch plays Pokemon.
So things would still be relevant to others, and so I would hear about them. So it wasn't like a big stretch for me to be interested in it again because I still had been aware of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like kept my toe in the Pokemon world just to see like where it was going, like through its ebbs and flows. Like I watched like the most recent 30th anniversary Nintendo Direct or whatever they call it, Pokemon Direct. Pokemon Presents. I watched that with no intention. I don't even own a Switch 2. I have no intention of buying or playing any of these games, but I was curious to see like what's going on with Pokemon now. So I guess that's like what I've been doing the last 25 years. But so what do we think of the 30th anniversary, all the announcements? Anyone excited about the new games that were announced? Wave and Winds, or Waves and Winds, Winds and Waves? Or Poketopia that's coming out?
Pokopia.
Why am I even talking on this episode?
Pokopia?
Y'all excited for Poketopia?
Y'all excited for Pokemon? Come on.
What? In that same vein, how would you guys feel as a kid when like a grown-up would call it Pokemon?
It still happens because Tory and I will often have Pokemon cards when we're at the reference desk, and some patron will walk over and be like, "Oh, y'all got some of them Pokemans?"
They're not men.
Every part of my being doesn't want to correct them just because I don't want to get into it, but it's so hard to just be like, it's Pokemon. Just please.
It's you know what it is. You've heard it. It's been around.
I can't care because I also say it wrong because it's not Pokemon. It's Pokemon. There's an accent aigu on there. So I can't complain about the Pokemons, people.
But like, there always feels like there's a tinge of like, are you disrespecting me because I like this, like, it's not even a child's game anymore. It's like, I feel like it really does.
This is
like,
a woman's game. Respect it.
But like, it's been around for so long now that like, it really does span like the age range, because we had, I work very part-time at Patchogue Library, and they asked me to come in on Saturday because they were having their Pokemon Day event. They were like, can you come and help out? And it was very cool because everyone was bringing their kids, and all of the parents were wearing their like Pokemon gear. All the kids were wearing their Pokemon gear, and it feels like it really has like bridged that gap now, where like the parents are teaching their kids about Pokemon. So it's kind of cool.
That is a cool thing to see. When we were doing the pins, because we had Nintendo Day, not Nintendo Day, but FanFest. Plug FanFest. Yeah, we were doing pins we were making little pins out of Pokemon cards. And one of the dads, I think, was sitting there, and he was like, "Wait, are you sure you guys don't want to use these to like build decks?" And it was like, now there is where the adults fully know what's going on in the it's interesting. I don't know if we've ever had that before, where like they know the lore.
Yeah.
Every generation is culturally aware of a thing.
Yeah.
I think Mario is the only other thing that like contemporary that I can think of that's been like a generational.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Garfield.
The lore of Garfield.
Everyone knows Garfield.
When those Garfield cards drop.
They're already existing. I have them.
Tory 100% has Garfield.
I felt foolish as I was saying it.
What do you mean when they drop?
It's like there's no way there's no Garfield cards.
Everyone check
I'm
out
sure
our
Tory has
Garfield
them.
episode of the podcast for more information on that.
So where would you like to see Pokemon 30 years from now?
Oh, it's a good question.
Real life animal, render model moving, like he shows up at your house. He's in the wild. Oh, not Them Pokemons.
Which one?
It's
Which
all
one?
of them. Like Pokemon Go, but like they're actually in the wild. Like throw the ball. Pokemon Go. We didn't talk about Pokemon Go. Yeah, I love Pokemon. 2016.
It's also the 10th anniversary of Pokemon Go.
Wow.
I think Pokemon Go was great.
I think
Pokemon Go
I
Pulse.
could be wrong about this. Please fact check me. I'll fact check myself and cut myself out of the episode. I think Pokemon Go is still their number one source of income for the Pokemon
Really?
company. I think
That would be-
that and the new trading card, the new app.
The new
game
app.
that they
Yeah.
have.
We
I
were
think
on
those.
We're on there.
TCG Pocket. Yes. I'm still consistently on Pocket to this day. I have every card. I keep up with the
You're strongest holder.
Yes. And I have spent $3 on it total in the past year.
You spent $3?
Yes.
You told me it was $5.
Okay, it's some minuscule amount of money.
$3 is the cost of a booster pack in 1998.
So that's why my dad kept getting those things.
It was no, but I like they have so many different facets though, like is the thing. There's like so many outlets for if you are a Pokemon fan, like maybe this is for you, maybe this is for you. And like Pokopia, like that is going to be my biggest motivator in terms of buying Switch 2. Like it seems really cool and it's getting great reviews now, so
I got a Switch 2 just to get it. And I will not be at work on Thursday to play it.
respect. I'm jealous.
The Pokemon Presents on Friday had one aspect to it that finally moved me to also buy a Switch 2, so I did just buy one last night.
Oh my goodness.
Because Alex asked what we thought about the Presents, we didn't actually go into it. His name is Chef Dente. He is a greetant who teaches you how to cook, and he is very cute. Evan, you got to buy a Switch 2 right now.
Yeah.
Wait, pull up the picture.
You'll love Chef Dente.
There's also DJ Rotom.
DJ Roton. Oh, I love the Rotons. Don't tell me this, actually. I have no
Chef
money.
Dente? How do you spell him?
D-E-N-T?
Pokemon Chef Dente.
For the listeners, Greedent is a giant squirrel.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
yo.
Chef Dente is a
Yeah,
greetant
look at
that
this
teaches you to cook.
dude.
I approve.
Yeah.
Alex's first approved Pokemon outside of the original 151.
That's not true.
Greedent.
I like
Greedent.
Trubbish.
Wow.
That's a good taste.
That's good taste.
Yeah, I like it. But I felt like other than the announcement of the Wind and Waves and the 3 new starters, the Pokemon Presents, it was kind of a whole lot of nothing, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we know all about this so far.
I was impressed with Winds and Waves. It looks like the criticism of the previous games, and I have not played them, but a lot of the criticism from some of the gaming communities was it looked really bad and played bad. And the trailer, at least, it looked graphically impressive. Like they're putting the Switch 2 through its paces. So I like that. It seems to me, from an outsider, that the video game franchises have not been getting the love that they deserve, or at least the attention that a company that's made $170 billion, the number one franchise in the world, should be putting into its own properties.
Well, that's a Nintendo like a recent Nintendo problem, I feel like, where you're like, oh, we see a lot of indie game developers, like, you wanted to talk about the game you were playing, that's like beautiful, and then you'll have Nintendo, who is like $1 billion company, and you're like, oh, this is crashing, which is kind of
On release.
Yeah.
Like on release. I feel like that was a lot of the criticism for what Scarlet and Violet, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
When it first came out, like the game just didn't run well. And it was like, and so I think they extended their release window. They were doing it every 3 years, and now there's been 5 years since a new mainline Pokemon game. So I think maybe they're putting a little more time into it.
Yeah, and they've completely switched to 3D now, it seems, right? When was the last 2D game they released? Like 10 years ago?
No, isn't X and Y? No, because they were both on the 3DS.
Black and White.
Black and White, yeah.
It had 3D elements to it. Remember, you could like go into the city.
I guess
Yeah.
I mean like fixed perspective.
Yeah.
Probably the 3DS era, at least 10 years
Yeah.
ago. Maddy, you mentioned that there was a game that I have actually been playing recently. My first Pokemon game since Red and Blue.
Okay.
It's a Pokemon ROM hack. So it's basically has taken Pokemon Emerald, which is the Game Boy Advance game, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and rebuilt an entire new game using the engine and assets from that game to make an entirely new game. It's made by one person who goes by the handle Nemo, and it was released early last year, March 2025, and after years in development, and it is spectacular. It probably is the best Pokemon game I've ever played. And that's saying a lot because of the three. But Red and Blue are like some of my favorite games of all time. So this game introduces a whole new region called Ilios, which is based on like a Greek Isle sort of theme. It has a whole new story. It has so many quality of life improvements that I can't even begin to list them. Like it's night and day from the games that I had played. There's 9 starters you can choose from. There's over 400 Pokemon in the game. There's side missions.
Are there unique Pokemon? Like, do they add their own? Like,
no, it's all canonical Pokemon.
Okay.
Oh, so you are familiar at this
Yeah.
point with
A little bit. So I had to actually it's several points playing this game. I had to look up is this a real Pokemon or not? And so they're all real Pokemon because I'd only recognized maybe 10% of them so far. There's a day and night cycle. There's weather conditions, all of which come into play with which Pokemon are available in the open world and have effects in the battle system. It's just it's amazing. There's mini games. There's puzzles. There's mega evolutions they've introduced into the old retro style games.
That's kind of cool.
It's really, really incredible. So it's called Pokemon Lazarus, and I mean, I highly recommend it. It's free. Go out there, Google it, and you'll find it. I can't recommend it highly enough. It's really incredible. So, the Pokemon video games that I like are the 2D top-down perspective versions, and it seems like the fans have been continuing that going forward as the Pokemon Company and not Niantic, Game Freak has been moving into the 3D realm.
It's interesting. I didn't know it was in Greece. The new Pokemon games in Greece.
No,
Indonesia.
It's Indonesia. They
I was
changed
lied
it.
to- They changed it.
Mhm.
Oh,
I was gonna say, I wonder if this is why they changed it, because they do that a lot. Where if they become aware of fan-made stuff, they back away from it because there could be some copyright issues, which is why
But then it's it's a Pokemon game. But
chicken and
it's
egg,
why they
yeah.
say it's why it's speculated we haven't gotten a new evolution in a while because people are always doing fan art. Yeah.
We also don't need any more.
What?
Is that a controversial take?
That brings us to our hot takes section of the episode.
Kristina staring daggers. No, I think we could go for another evolution, but I don't know what the element would be.
Fighting.
All of them.
Oh,
All of them?
Fox and
An evolution for every
Metal.
yeah, that's true.
steel.
Robot. Steel.
Yeah, there should be one for every single Pokemon type.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Dragon.
make sense.
That should be-
Dragon, that'd be so cool.
That would be cool.
I guess this is the hot take decision because I, despite having one on the table, I don't care about Eevee at all.
Whoa.
Tori, hang up your headphones. You're out.
Dang.
Not even an evolution.
Not really.
Not any of them. Sylveon, she's so beautiful.
She's beautiful.
I like Jolteon. Jolteon's my favorite evolution.
Umbreon.
Mine's Espeon.
Espeon.
Like if I had to have one, it'd probably be Umbreon, or maybe Espeon. But I just can't. I can't care.
Alex, do you have one you could pull?
Vaporeon?
Nice.
I did it. So if you're like me and you are really nostalgic for the old games, I would recommend checking out some ROM hacks. I mean, there's hundreds out there. Many are completely new games built from the ground up, but they have the flavor of the old games. So you just pick your favorite game. There's a new one based off of it. I guarantee it.
There's something to be said about the top-down 2D graphics, and I think there still is a place. It's kind of surprising to me that Game Freak has not had a side project going on where they're release something of the sort in that realm, because I feel like there's a market for it, clearly.
Yeah, and the games must be easier to develop because fans are doing them by themselves.
Yeah.
So why not just have a team of 10 people working on a 2D one in the background, it's gonna sell well. You're gonna make money off of it. Like, why not?
I have to fact check myself on this, but I know Nintendo went through like a big creative director switch. Like a lot of people like in the company, I think this was also critiques for Zelda and other Nintendo games, like that they were just kind of reusing models and things like that. So I don't know. I don't know the tea. There's definitely some tea, but I don't know. I'm not in the boardroom.
Yeah. Well, Pokemon specifically.
No, I mean I could be, but I'm.
That would be a really fun revelation.
But maybe her uncle at Nintendo.
My uncle, Nintendo.
Everyone has an uncle at Nintendo.
So Pokemon is a very unique franchise in that it has 3 owners: Nintendo, Game Freak, and Creatures Inc.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and it's amazing that for 30 years they're still the same owners. It's still a split between these 3 companies. Like how Nintendo hasn't bought out the other 2, or there hasn't, they haven't squeezed one out of the equation is fascinating to me. So, and it's a very interesting, very un-American management philosophy.
I feel like it may be something different culturally, like in Japan with like business culture, where they're like these 3 companies started something together and they're like, we kind of just agree. We've all been doing well from it. Like, let's keep the train on the tracks.
I think also Game Freak owns the original 151 designs.
Really?
Interesting.
I think that's part of the like why they can't just scoop.
Yeah, they all do
then,
different
then they'll
things.
take
I know
Pikachu.
that. Like I think Creatures Inc. does the cards, and I think they do the 3D models for the game, but they don't make the games themselves. They just do the 3D modeling, and I think they do the anime now as well. Where Game Freak makes the games, and Nintendo does toys or
I think
whatever.
Creatures does the cards, right? Or am I not sure? You might, yeah, probably.
Anyways, it's a very interesting origin story. Like you should check it out. Like how the first game got made, because the reason they have 3 owners is because the game it took 6 years to develop and was going to fail multiple times, and then some angel investor swoop in and save them, and that's why they have 3 owners. But it's a really interesting story, which I will not get into on this episode because we're already at like the 40-minute mark. So what else haven't we covered? I know we have a little bit of a game we want to wrap up the episode with.
This isn't a game to me.
This is a lifestyle.
I just have another question. What's everyone's favorite Pokemon spin-off?
This one's so easy for me. It's Pokemon Snap.
Can I ask what you mean by spin-off?
Anything. Game. I guess game.
Non-mainline game.
Oh.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
I heard those are good.
I've never played one of those.
It's what Detective Pikachu is based on. Some of it.
So I was surprised to learn that Pokemon Stadium, it was actually the best-selling spin-off. I never owned Pokemon Stadium.
I just watched a retrospective / history on Pokemon Snap, and they said that Pokemon Snap was the best selling.
Maybe it was just during the
best-selling
N64 era.
Over time, yeah.
Okay, maybe that's why.
Because it was released for Wii and for Switch.
Wait, I'm changing my answer. Pokemon Go. I do like the Pokemon Go.
And do you play Pokemon Go to this day? No.
No, but I know that it was good.
Mine, I didn't think I had one, and then I just looked at a list, and no, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with Pokemon Channel. Did you guys play Pokemon Channel? Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. You were just like in a house with some like 3D modeled Pokemon, and you like walked around the house and you'd like put on the TV for them, and you could like watch TV with them, and then like a deli bird would come and deliver like gifts to you that you would buy off of the TV. They would have like a Pokemon shopping channel.
So like Amazon before Amazon.
Or it was like a QVC. Like they would have Pokemon QVC, and you could like order it, and then it would show up at your door at the house. Pokemon Channel was, I think it was called Pokemon Channel.
Sounds crazy.
You'd put on the TV and it was other Pokemon that were like idols for the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Remember that they were like little Pokemon pop stars that were performing.
Yes. And then there was like one of the channels was just like an episode of Pokemon that would just play and you could just watch it. It was, I don't think the game was that much of a hit, but it got a lot of usage at my house. Yeah.
Have you gone, Tory?
No, I don't have an answer. I haven't played anything really that's not I mean, I played Pocket and Go, but I can't say I like them.
Wow.
I liked him at the time. I liked Go at the time, but you won't find me in there now.
I say I didn't play any Pokemon since Red and Blue, but I played a lot of Pokemon Go when it first came out.
Oh, I was going out. I was going to Port Jeff and
Yeah.
mingling with the crowds and doing it in the city. But I tried to play it again recently, and I'm too far behind at this point.
Yeah. No, but when it first came out, I feel like it really was like a good, like, oh, everyone has it on their phone. You don't need to pay money for it. You can walk around. Like, I don't know. It was just such a good concept.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, it was huge when it came out.
So I guess I'm picking Pokemon Go.
There's like still a competitive aspect to it, right?
You
Like,
can still
Yeah.
find people like in the city, like dueling it.
and then like at the tournaments and like whatever they have, like when
Worlds.
they Worlds, yes, they have like a Pokemon Go aspect, which I didn't even know that the game got that intense that it could have that competitive aspect to it, but pretty cool.
Mine is a little more obscure. Has anyone heard of the Pokemon Mini?
No.
I have a picture of it here. It was made by Nintendo. It looks like a chicken,
Game
like
Boy.
it's like a half the size of a Game Boy that's shaped in an odd shape. It almost looks like a McDonald's chicken nugget shape. But it had 4 games, one of which, my favorite, is Pokemon Tetris. So it's just Tetris, but if you every once in a while a Pokemon will appear on the screen, and if you only for a limited amount of time, and if you complete a Tetris clearing 4 lines, you throw a Pokeball at it and you have a chance of catching it. And then there's a Pokedex built into it too. So it's
All right, that's
the original 150.
Yeah, I'm sold.
really, really, really
Bring that
fun.
back.
Yeah, I would play that easily.
Petris.
No.
They call it that?
Poetris?
And no one called it
Tetris.
that.
No? Okay.
All right, so we have a
Brass tacks.
brass tacks. We're all here.
Let's get to business, folks.
So hopefully this will go quicker than our last bracket we've done.
It's half the size.
It's half the
Just a
size.
little
So
guy.
we are going to crown the champion starter Pokemon. So my 4 guests on this episode have each chosen 2 Pokemon that they have entered into the tournament. We'll go through it as we go through it for the interest of time. So we have 8 starter Pokemon going head to head. We're going to crown the champion starter Pokemon, and I will be, I guess, choosing who the winner is of
Yes.
each round because
Yeah.
I am a neutral party and I'm seeing a lot of these for the first time. So in the first round, we have Evan's choice of Chikorita versus Tory's Score Bunny.
All right.
Does anyone want to make your case, or am I just going off
Am I first?
Chikorita versus Score Bunny?
So Score Bunny is from Sword and Shield, the game, the second to last main series game. Score Bunny is a fire type. He is a little bunny. He kicks a hot rock around, and he is just so cute. His middle evolution is an emo teenager named Reboot, but he still loves you. And then he turns into a big cute bunny who kicks a big hot rock.
They're soccer stars because Sword and Shield takes place in England.
Mm-hmm.
And why does he have an iPhone glued to his forehead?
That's just part of his head.
That's his.
That's his
slice of
craft cheese. Only the best Pokemon have a yellow shape on their forehead.
That's his bandage for when he like headbutts the hot rock.
soccer ball hit him in the face.
Okay, got it. All right, that is Score Bunny. Now Chikorita.
All right,
What is the case for Chikorita?
I don't know if I can sell Chikorita quite as well as you did. This is Chikorita. She's pretty cool. She like shoots leaves out of her head. She's from the 2nd generation, gold and silver. Yeah, exactly. Christina's doing a really good impersonation.
But
She
try
goes like
and
that.
try and tell us what that even is. What Chikorita even is.
Chikorita's like a leaf girl, and she's just like.
I would say she's kind of like a dinosaur.
She's like if a
Yes, thank
radish came to life and was your best friend.
And
Oh,
which
well,
is
that's true too.
Also one of my favorites. But yeah, no, Chikorita, like a dinosaur, like a leaf dinosaur type deal. And she's like very peaceful and sweet and cool, but like you don't want to cross her. So Chikorita, top tier.
Can I rebut briefly?
Reboot.
Yeah. Just to sway you, Chikorita is ugly,
Wow.
and Score Bunny is adorable.
That is not even.
Chikorita comes with a necklace, and then she evolves into an even more beautiful necklace.
Yeah, that's Chikorita. Pretty cool, huh?
Not a leading question. All right, I'm making my decision. And unfortunately, Evan, I am having Score Bunny move on.
She sold it. It's her fave.
My reason is I've never seen a bunny type like that before, and Chikorita looks a little generic to me.
It's just a one.
And Score Bunny is in my 6 in Lazarus right now. And Chikorita has carried me through a couple of tough bouts through the forest.
Score Bunny.
Yeah, what did I say?
Chikorita.
Oh, no. I probably burned some Chikoritas to death with Score Bunny, so...
As you should.
Score Bunny
Bunny's
moves
there
on.
for you.
Evan, you still have one Pokemon in the tournament, so don't fret. All right, next round, we have Maddy's Tepig versus Kristina's Fennekin.
Fennekin. Yeah.
Fennekin.
This is a tough bracket.
Yeah, this is Fennekin. She's like a fennec fox.
All right, it's a little bit of a mix between Eevee and Score Bunny, if I can be so bold.
I guess. She predates Score Bunny. She is also a fire type from the, I think, XY series. She evolves into a beautiful psychic fire witch, Delphox.
She looks like a baby Ninetales, too.
And I will
I
say,
wonder if there's a little...
in every game I've ever been blessed enough to have her, she's carried my entire team the entire game.
Oh my goodness, that's like a Studio Ghibli character.
It's a cool evolution. Yeah. It's a really cool evolution.
Okay. And that is Fennekin.
Fennekin.
Maddy, what is your case for Tepig?
So he's a little pig. He's a little teacup piggy who's he weighs 1,000 pounds right at the beginning. That you carry him around. He's adorable. He evolves into a WWE wrestler. Yes. Even the teenage phase is still WWE wrestler style. He's always happy. He's a pig. He's so
In
cute. He's so cute.
ZA, he clip-clop around.
He clip-clop around.
Clip-clop.
If he gets excited, he'll jump on you and fully knock you out like 1,000 pounds.
He's really cool.
I love him. He's wearing like a little, like the old wrestlers. He's got the little diaper situation going on, which I think is
like the elderly wrestlers.
Like the
He's
elder,
wearing
yes.
a diaper.
All right, I've made my judgment. Tepig moves through.
Wow.
That was tough.
I was sweating.
It
I
could've
was.
gone either
It
way.
could have gone either way. The witch evolution is really good on.
I think Fennekin is a little derivative, I will say. And it has ear hair, which is weird.
It's an animal.
It's an animal. What are you talking about?
Look at the big bushy things that are coming out.
It looks like a fennec fox, which also has tufts coming out of its ears.
I don't know. It's a little derivative of Pokemon I've seen in the past. Tepig is a pig. I like it.
There's lots of pigs.
Not in the 151.
Okay.
He's the pig.
I think Lechonk is the pig.
Oh, Lechonk is a good one.
All right, next up we have, in round 3, Sprigatito versus Piplup. Sprigatito, that is Tory, that is your
me.
your champion, and Piplup, Evan,
Oh my god.
this is your fighter.
Sprigatito. I'm arguably potentially the best cat Pokemon ever, and I am the expert as the cat Pokemon collector. I said arguably. Sprigatito is a little grass type cat and turns into a Spanish grass type cat. Turns into big witch Meowscarada. And just is a beautiful and cute little cat. This is my starter in Scarlet and Violet, the game that it is from. And I think my main argument for Sprigatito, besides just that it's so cute, is I almost always have fire starters, and no matter what the other starters are, if I think they're cute, I have never been turned away from fire starters, except for Sprigatito.
Sprigatito is a really good Pokemon. I like that. But
It's a cute cat.
Piplup is a little penguin, and he's just really cute, and he's very stressed a lot of the time. He has a tough go about things. A lot of things just really, he'll like pass out because he's just so like overwhelmed by the situations that are happening. But
Big mood.
Yeah. This is just like his energy, but eventually he will evolve into Empoleon who's like very noble and
Alex had a
bold
visceral reaction
and
to
brave.
Napoleon.
I'll just quickly say before we move on,
Yeah.
all of the evolutions that all of you have shown me so far are bad.
Except Cinderace. who's
No,
still
that
as
one's
cute.
really
He's-
bad.
And you like Delphos.
I don't like when they become more anthropomorphic.
Oh,
as
that's
they
Yeah.
get.
the thing now, though.
Right.
It's an epidemic. Yes.
I don't. The buff men they turn into.
Well, boy, do I have a great Pokemon.
But he gets a bow tie.
But yeah,
Not a
no.
bow tie, a tie.
Piplup, penguin, Pokemon, cute.
Piplup, Penguin,
Pokemon.
Perfect.
All right. I've made my judgment. Piplup. This was the easiest one of the tournament so far for me.
Insane.
I'm a Piplup supporter. I can't even.
Piplup has attitude. Piplup is a penguin.
It's you. It's the grass type showdown.
Wow.
All right.
Maddie and I also had the fire type showdown.
Round 4 of the not semifinals, the quarterfinals. Round 4. We have Kristina, Grookey versus Maddy's Bulbasaur.
Grookey is this cute little monkey Pokemon. He's a grass type from Sword and Shield. Just look at him.
But show what he evolved into.
Is it just a straight human?
A gorilla who plays the drums.
Ooh, that's giving me Donkey Konga vibes. That's the first evolution that's working for me a little bit.
Rillaboom.
Rillaboom.
Rillaboom, who I for the longest time thought was Rillaboom, and then Tory was like, "Oh, for gorillas," which I should know because I do have a degree in anthropology and studied a lot of gorillas.
Monkeypology.
The gorilla degree.
Grookey, a green monkey.
And then
I get it.
when he,
Full kit.
what is it called?
Mega evolves.
No, it's the other one. What is it in Sword and Shield?
Max.
Oh yeah, when he
Gigantamax.
yes, when he Gigantamaxes, his drums get real big, but he
It's
stays
a
real
Neil
small.
Peart drum kit. Oh wow.
That's really cool.
He becomes a whole ecosystem.
Only a real king could play a drum set that big but still be small.
Yeah, there he is.
Now, are those green things coming out part of him, or is that?
arms.
Those are his arms.
No, he has arms.
you're
They're additional arms to play more drums.
Okay. He's kind of like a Doc Ock evolution.
Yeah.
Almost. All right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. This is the first case of evolutions swaying me.
This is hard because I really do like Grookey. He's so cute. But may I say Bulbasaur? Bulbasaur is my OG. He starts it off. He's the beginning. Number one. And he's consistent throughout the whole thing. Like, throughout the whole evolution, I'll say, that's a Bulbasaur.
Yeah,
You know?
that's a good point.
Cohesive.
Cohesive, yeah. And
So he's resistant to change, you would say?
I would say he is who he is from an early age.
He's never grown.
He sometimes grows. Even
Alex is also resistant to change.
I mean, he's part of the 151. He's the best.
He's an OG.
He was an OG. He was my first Pokemon pick.
Can he play the drums?
If you ask, maybe.
I could see.
with his vine.
The
With his
vines
vines, he
could
does have
totally
hands
play
with
the
the vines.
drums.
He also
Yeah.
has that he's got many powers.
They all do. That's the whole point.
Many
Maddie.
things
That's
about
the whole
him.
point.
Bulbasaur.
Also, the big prehistoric ones that are like big islands. Those are also awesome. He's just a little lizard that's also kind of a turtle, but he's got a backpack. He's your friend.
In the
He is
first
your
movie,
friend.
he wins a fight by just sprinkling some dust.
The dust. I was about to say the sleeper dust or whatever. Yeah, he's got pollen. He's my buddy. He's the winner of my
I feel
heart.
like we know where this is going.
This is tough.
Grookey's a really hard component. I won't.
But
Bulbasaur was my main,
Oh.
so I have a soft spot for Bulbasaur.
So actually, not unbiased here.
I like Grookey. I like what Grookey's bringing. I like what Grookey evolves into a little bit. But it has to be Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Bulbasaur is so wholly
He didn't
unique.
have the right information going into this. That was his starter.
Well, that's why I tried to avoid Gen 1 altogether for this.
We should have probably made a rule
Yeah.
no Gen 1s.
I'm surprised. That's why I was surprised there's no Charmander in here.
We'll see. We'll see how Bulbasaur does in the semifinals. Bulbasaur moves on. All right. In our first matchup of the semifinals, we
Fire
have
battle.
Score Bunny versus Tipig.
This is tough.
Scorbunny, that is Tory's. Tipig is Maddy's. Do you have anything you would like to add before I weigh before the judgment?
Scorbunny is here. He's looking right at you. He will be upset if he does not win. He will kick the biggest flaming rock at your head and knock you out. Scorbunny has carried me through despite type disadvantages. Cinderace is Scorbunny. I was able to get through the entire Sword and Shield game almost exclusively playing with him because he is so powerful.
May I just say...
Plus, he's a sportsman.
He is a sportsman. I will...
And you were a sportsman.
Oh my god.
Technically was a sportsman at one point.
T-Pig, some of the Pokemon Black and White, people don't remember. That was a crazy game. You find out your best friend, my best friend, is the leader of a cult during that game, during a Ferris wheel ride. You know who was there for me? T-Pig. T-Pig is a consistent, good little... He's just little buddy shaped. He's with you. Even when he grows up and he's big buddy shaped. That's a big buddy. That's my argument.
These are both compelling arguments.
That's a big buddy. This is a big bunny.
Big piggy. Big roast, if you will.
You know, I was going into this matchup with Tapig being a strong favorite, but Tory, your argument is sound. Your threat of violence is swaying me. I think I'm going to have to push Scorbunny through.
Wow.
And this is an upset for me. This is a personal upset.
I'm not upset, though. I do love Tepig. He was my ZA starter.
He's
I
so
like him
cute.
a lot, but...
I also like Tapig. I'm sorry to see him go. This is a bit of an upset, but unfortunately, Tory just had a better argument in this round.
I understand.
On the other side, in the East Coast Conference of our semifinals, we have Bulbasaur versus Piplup. Tory, wait. Maddy, you're up again.
I know.
You're not out of the tournament yet. Evan.
It's you versus
Piplup.
you.
I also love Piplup, so this is hard.
Oh, Evan is...
Oh,
Evan's Piplup.
I'm Piplup. My closing argument for Piplup on this round is that Piplup's also a cheerleader. So
That's true.
That's pretty cool. And
Bit of
very
a sportsman himself.
Yeah, very supportive of his trainer, Dawn. And just real camaraderie. So, Piplup.
May I just say, in the original Pokemon movie, Bulbasaur cried tears for Ash, and that's what brought him back to life. If we all remember, if we watched the Hoopla, if we read the email and watched it.
I did watch it. Can I just interject and say they all cried for Ash?
Okay, but Piplup wasn't there.
Everyone who was there cried for
Piplup
Ash,
wasn't
though.
there.
But it wasn't exclusively Bulbasaur.
But he was crying. Bulbasaur has been there for Ash.
also cried
So
for Ash.
okay, Tory, hold on. Man, he's a kind soul. He's a baby.
Pikachu famously cried
Tory,
for Ash.
Pikachu did famously cry for Ash, but I'm just saying, Pikachu was also famously mean to Ash for a while. You know who's never mean? Bulbasaur.
Oh, so Pikachu had experienced growth as a character?
Just like the growth.
You're not in this. You're out of the tournament, Tory.
Pikachu's not even a part of it.
Your battle.
Bulbasaur, he's been there since the beginning. He is the 151, dare I say. He is the big three.
I love Bulbasaur,
Uh-oh.
but Piplup
I
is
know.
bringing something that I didn't
know,
think
I
could be
know.
possible in making me care for a Pokemon out of the original 151.
He's pretty cute. I can't even
That's
lie.
how Piplup feels right now.
Piplup has more attitude and emotion than I've seen it from any Pokemon since Meowth and Pikachu.
It's true. Piplup and Dawn have a special bond.
Bulbasaur has been around for 30 years, and I couldn't tell you what a single of its characteristics.
He doesn't have a single thought in his brain.
It's a weird. It's
He'd be looking at you.
It's just a plant.
He's just a reptile. He's just a guy.
I have to. Piplup
All right, Tory.
is in the finals.
Nice knowing you.
May the best mom win.
All right, for the championship in the finals, we have Scorbunny versus Piplup.
My argument here, Piplup has a type advantage. So,
Does have a type advantage.
yeah, water versus fire. I think Piplup really takes the cake here. If they were going one mano a mano, 1v1.
Takes the Alcremie.
Solid reference, Kristina.
So my argument to that is that Scorbunny is still effective in the snow.
Wow. That's cool.
He can survive any climate.
That's a cool card.
It is a cool card. He
Showing
then
Piplup and
just
Dawn.
Piplup. He has won the World Cup. He's the most accomplished of the 2 Pokemon we have here. Piplup is just a cheerleader for Scorbunny at the game.
Are you saying that we shouldn't value cheerleaders as much as we
No,
value sports
I
players?
value cheerleaders, but cheerleaders in this, one of my favorite Pokemon is also a cheerleader. But cheerleading at a sports game is not competitive. Scorbunny is winning competitions, which is what this is.
All right. I'll respect.
Piplup stays true to Dawn throughout the whole thing. Like, up and downs. They rock it together. I will lie.
Team Rocket?
Who does Scorbunny have?
Piplup is just like very nicely sitting under a little alcove and just waiting the results of the competition. Just very sweet.
Well, Scorbunny is falling gently into a pile of leaves, similar to some of your other favorite Pokemon, such as
Lori and
such as
Evan are both
Bulbasaur.
whipping out cards to prove their points.
Oh wait, one more argument.
I feel like you guys need that thing from Yu-Gi-Oh! So you could just like whip out, you know?
The dual disc?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just because you haven't seen his Teenage Edition reboot,
Ooh.
a cute emo teen rabbit.
It's a solid.
He's got a
last
hoodie.
edition.
Reboot is better than whatever that thing is in front of me.
Cinderace.
Is that the final evolution?
Yes.
The one, the toy you brought
Yeah,
in?
don't look at that.
Cover it up as a white.
The way Alex said, that toy. That toy?
And well, I haven't seen. Does Piplup evolve into anything?
Yeah,
The
Piplup.
teenage phase is also good. Evan,
It's fine.
take it home, Evan.
Oh wait, no, it's like the thing with the 3 spikes on its head.
Yeah, and this is the middle
It's like
evolution,
Neptune.
Prinplup. You know, I don't think it has the strongest evolution line, but he's pretty noble as well. I would say.
Nobility is something you want to look for in a champion. Emo-ness? Not so much. This is a competition for starters. We should not be considering evolutions, though it is interesting. I am going to award the championship to Piplup.
Piplup.
This is disgraceful.
I was at the... Evan already put in his bracket, but for the listeners, I also chose Piplup before. Yes, Team Piplup.
Respect.
Meanwhile, I had no one backing me out.
Sorry.
Listen, I was out in the first round. None of my Pokemon even made it past the first round, alright? So what do I know?
worried. I was worried. You had me sweating.
Piplup,
Brokey.
you have been crowned the champion.
GG, folks.
We will see next year on the 31st anniversary.
Well, as this is famously the year of brackets, so now Piplup has to go against Danny DeVito
Oh,
Easy win.
to see
They would never fight.
For weird little guys or for Pokemon.
as bracket winners.
All right, do we have any final thoughts on Pokemon celebrating its 30th anniversary?
I was curious just what everyone's pick for the new starters are.
That's a good way to end it.
So we have Pombon, Fire Pomeranian, Brout.
Whatever he is.
He sure is.
He sure is Brout, little chicken, and Gekwa, water gecko.
Yassified
Yes.
lizard.
I'm scared of what Gekwa will turn into.
Me too.
I'm still choosing Gekwa.
Gekwa,
Pombon.
Pombon. I'm going Pombon.
I think I'm gonna go Brout. Something about that little bird.
I think if you choose Brout, you're an insane person. Brout is
It's just a little,
not even close.
just a little chick.
Brout has captured the nation's attention and arguably hearts.
Brout is the new Fuecoco.
I don't know what that means. I do like Pombon. It's very cute, but it looks too much like a real animal.
Yeah.
I'm going with, what's it, Gekwa?
Gekwa.
Gekwa.
Aqua Gecko.
Gekwa has got some style. I don't know.
Have you guys seen Little?
Curious.
Do you guys know what Littlest Pet Shop is?
Maddie, Littlest Pet Shop was out before you were even born.
Just asking.
He does look like a littlest pet shop.
He does.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's all we have for this episode. It's time for my lunch break. We've gone on too long.
It's 12 o'clock.
We gotta catch them all. We gotta go.
Thank you all for joining me, celebrating Pokemon's 30th year. And listeners, smash that like button.
Smash that subscribe button.
After you listen to this on your podcast player, go listen to it again on YouTube. We're all on YouTube now. Hit that subscribe button and other buttons.
Hit all the buttons.
Except, isn't there one that's a...
Yeah, not the down. Don't hit the down like.
button.
Yeah, the other one.
Hit all the good buttons.
Yeah. And we'll catch you
next time between the
the
games.
Whoa.
between the what? Games?
That kind of made sense.
Only a little bit.
That's it. We're ending there. Bye.